Good evening. Today I want to talk about inflation. Two things have happened in recent times. In India, inflation is now at 6.26, mildly lower from 6.3, but inflation in several parts of the country is higher than that. The protein inflation is higher. The Reserve Bank has decided to look the other way and not act upon it. But what is more worrying is what is happening in the United States. In America, inflation came at 5.4. This is consumer price inflation. This means in America, inflation has reached a level that it has not seen 13 years ago. People are finding it difficult and the queues in the gasoline stations are getting longer. One of the prices that have gone up is that of used cars. People are not willing to sell their cars at cheaper rates. Used car rates have gone up to such an extent they are contributing to 30% of this price rise. This is the core inflation and thus does not include food or fuel. But it is very clear that food and fuel prices are also surging in America. This means that the Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chief, is under a lot of pressure. He has been maintaining so far that the inflation that is there in the United States is transitionary and will go away. What does he mean? He means that the inflation is transient because the markets were locked for some time and then when it opened up, there were supply dislocations and therefore these wrinkles will get ironed out and interest will drop and that interest rates will drop. And so he said, for the sake of growth, the accommodative policy of the Federal Reserve will continue. What is the accommodative policy? Today, the Federal Reserve is buying not only government bonds but also mortgage-backed securities, basically buying the home loans in the market and keep driving the real estate market. In fact, 3 months ago, when Warren Buffett was asked in his annual general body meeting, he said he is seeing prices of housings go up, but it is okay because people are still buying. But he felt the price of steel and lumber were going up. This is 2 months ago. Today, things are getting worse and prices are going up. Also, that Amazon, Walmart and other people who employ casual labor are finding it very difficult to get employees. Restaurants are finding it very difficult to get waiters and waitresses. In fact, some Republican-ruled states have already said that the next round of stimulus will not be distributed in their states, and this lack of stimulus will force more people to the work. The price per hour in some of these states has reached $15.5 per hour. This has never happened, and this is the highest rate for a long time. So what we are seeing is there is huge demand for employees in service sector and most people are not willing to come to work. This has pushed wage inflation higher. Wage expectations start to go higher. This means that inflationary expectation of people for a period of 1 year goes up. This means people believe that the prices of goods that they are buying today will continue to increase and will increase over 1 year. The real American interest rate is practically negative. Let me give you an example. A friend called me from America and said Bank of America has offered him an interest loan for 2 years with no interest, only a 2% processing fee which he has to pay back over 2 years. If he does not pay in 2 years, for the balance amount, the money will be higher. All he has to do is to borrow $30,000 for 2% and lend it in India easily for 7 or 8%. Even with the 3% currency risk, he is going to make a cool 5%. So, money is being pumped in by the American banks. This means that more money is chasing less goods and services. This kind of money flowing in from America has distorted our market, and that is why our asset prices are at an all-time high. This means that Americans will find it difficult to make both ends meet and will demand that their employers pay them higher and higher salary for them to maintain this lifestyle. This means there is going to be a lot of adjustments that are required. But overall, this indicates that Jerome Powell is under enormous pressure and is going to be forced to announce a slow withdrawal of the excess money that he is supplying in the market. This is called tapering. That $40 billion that he is printing and using to buy government bonds and mortgage-backed securities will slowly taper to zero over a period of time. When this happens, huge shockwaves will be sent around the globe and more money will be flowing back into America as people sell assets at whatever price and bring back US dollars home. Has this happened before? Is the question that people will ask me. The answer is yes, it has happened before. In the year 2013, then Federal Chief Ben Bernanke decided to taper the bond purchase program, and this resulted in the markets throwing a tantrum and lot of markets declining. The rupee also sharply fell at that time as India was considered the worst among the world markets and was most vulnerable. Anyway, Rajan tackled it intelligently with other instruments which raised enough forex. Today, India has a lot of foreign exchange, but a sudden flight of capital from India will cause a decline in the value of the rupee. But more than anything, American savers need some respite. With inflation at 5.23 and account interest rates on their fiscal assets at almost zero, this means this government is giving a negative interest of minus 5%. Zero minus inflation is minus 5%. So the average investor in America who keeps his money in the checking account loses 5% every year. Even in India, or even before the official numbers cross 6, many senior citizens have started complaining that their deposit is not buying enough. So this inflation in America is not a localized event, but an event that can hurt everybody in the world economically. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.